Hello children, Ammu You is back again on a Saturday with another story to tell you. You love listening to stories, right? I telling them. And still, even now, I love reading stories and even listening to them. You know, listening to stories somehow sparkle your imagination. It sparkles it so strongly that you feel you are a part of the story as well. Now today, I've brought you a very interesting story. The Jungle Book. Story of Mowgli. All eyes shining. Many of you would have heard about it, maybe watched the movie, maybe read the book, but this is a timeless story. This amazing story has been adapted from the book written by the famous Rudyard Kipling. He's such an amazing writer. He's written such beautiful stories for children. So, let's talk of Mowgli. A strange, cute little boy and his life in the jungle is what this story is about. Right? Now, once upon a time, long ago, near the jungle, a couple was attacked by a tiger. And during that attack, they lost their infant child in the jungle. It lay alone there, crying, and the panther Bagheera found the little child bundled up like this. He saw the human infant and thought, why is this child lying here? He picked it up and thought that this man cub needs care. Now, he didn't know how to care for a man cub and he didn't have any babies. So he brought the man cub to Raksha, the wolf mother who had so many wolf cubs of her own. So Bagheera thought that with her own cubs, she will be the best suited to look after this man cub, Mowgli. And this is how Mowgli came to live in the jungle. There were so many animals and he became friends with everyone. Bagheera would take Mowgli to long walks and show him around and tell him all about the jungle. And Raksha, the wolf mother, would love him and treat him like her own child. There was this Baloo, the Motu bear, who would play with Mowgli. And what was their ball? Coconuts. They would play with coconuts. They would jump from here and there. He would teach him to peel a banana, and he would have such great fun with Baloo the bear. Then there was Hathi, the leader of the elephant herd. He would also want to teach Mowgli a few things, like what? They would march in a herd and trumpet in a military drill and would teach Mowgli how to do that. Now, amongst all these animals, Mowgli felt very happy. He did not know anything about man. He thought himself to be one of them. His friends, warned him against Kaa, the python, who had a vicious mind. And he would, whenever look at Mowgli, he would imagine squeezing him in a tight coil and drink out the juice out of him. But never got a chance because he was always surrounded by his friends. Bagheera, Raksha, her cubs, Baloo, and the other animals. Now, it was Shere Khan who was the most dangerous out there, and he was feared by everyone. He was very cruel and he never had any squalms in just troubling anyone, killing anyone. So Shere Khan came one day and he got to know about Mowgli, the man cub. Now Shere Khan hated humans. Why? Because he was very scared of gunshots that generally humans had, and they used guns for hunting, and he was scared of fire that he had seen in the nearby villages. So he hated humans. Now when he saw Mowgli the man cub, he wanted to lay a hand on him. So Kaa and Shere Khan were two creatures, that the other animals warned them against. Now, after Shere Khan came back and started walking around, all the wolves called for a meeting with other animals. Now, the leader of the wolf herd was Akela. They met all near the council rock when the moon was full. Generally, children, the wolves love to come out when the moon is full and they howl together, seeing the moon. That is a very particular characteristic of wolves. So they all came near the council rock and they had a meeting discussing what to do with Mowgli. Now that Shere Khan is here, we won't be able to protect him for long. So should we send him back from the jungle? Otherwise, our lives also will be at stake, because Shere Khan coming to attack Mowgli will come to attack us as well. And we will not be able to protect him and fight Shere Khan. Now, Bagheera heard this and immediately he said, okay, fine. If you all decide that Mowgli should leave the jungle, then I should be the one who should lead him away. I had brought him here as an infant and now he's 10 years old. He's a boy. And so I would like to take him away back and leave him to the nearest man village that I have seen. Nobody had an objection to this. So Bagheera took Mowgli and they set off for the journey. They walked. Mowgli loved to go with Bagheera. And at night they would sleep on the branches of the tree. And while sleeping, just before going to sleep, Bagheera told Mowgli the purpose of their journey, that he's going to leave Mowgli in the human village. Mowgli was absolutely horrified. He said, no, you can't do that. This is my home. Jungle is my home. You cannot take me away anywhere. And he ran away from there, saying that I will not go anywhere from here. He ran. And what did he do? He found Hathi, the elephants, playing there. He found Baloo bathing in a pool. He jumped into the water, played with Baloo, played with Hathi, and suddenly there was a herd of monkeys, group of monkeys. And what did they do? They swooped down and they pulled Mowgli up to the tree and they kept on throwing him from one monkey to the other and took him away. Mowgli screamed for help. Bagheera heard his cry and Baloo saw it, and both of them ran to rescue Mowgli. Mowgli was nowhere to be found. And tracing Mowgli, they reached the monkey kingdom where they saw the monkey king sitting there in a cave. And all the monkeys were there in that cave. And they had brought Mowgli in front of the monkey king. Now the monkey king told Mowgli, "Look, I have no problems with you. You are a man cub. You have to teach us how to make fire. You need to get fire for us. Because when we get fire, we will be the most powerful in this jungle." Why, children? Because tigers were all scared of fire. And tigers were the, lords of the jungle. Now the monkey king thought that if they possessed fire, with the help of fire, they would drive the tigers away and he would rather become the lord of the jungle. So he said, "You teach me how to get fire, how to make fire, and I will set you free. Till you do so, you are a prisoner." Now Mowgli was stuck there, but Bagheera and Baloo, both of them, reached the cave, and with tricks and bravery, both of them rescued Mowgli from the clutches of the monkey king. That's another story. How did they do it? They threw stones, and the monkey started rumbling, the stones started rumbling, and they fell. That's another story. I'll tell that story also some other day. Now Mowgli was rescued, and Mowgli again ran away. He said, "I'm not going out anyway from this jungle." And then, who did he meet? He met Shere Khan. Now Shere Khan looked at Mowgli with hungry eyes because he was imagining how yummy the meal would be if he just got to eat this little man cub up. But Mowgli knew no fear. He never knew what fear was. So Shere Khan said, "Wah! Are you scared of me?" "No. Why should I be scared of you? You also stay in the jungle. I also stay in the jungle. Why should I be scared of you?" And then Bagheera and Baloo heard him say this, and they thought that now this is the end of Mowgli, because this cruel Shere Khan will pounce at him and eat him up. So they attacked Shere Khan. But Shere Khan was huge and very powerful. He fought with both of them. Suddenly, Mowgli, by accidentally, struck a stone with a dry wood. There was lightning, and this wood caught fire. He picked up that wood and waved it at Shere Khan. Now Shere Khan, children, was very scared of fire. Seeing fire in the hands of Mowgli, he ran. Now Baloo and Bagheera heaved a sigh of relief that they could save Mowgli. After this incident, both of them sat Mowgli and explained that why Mowgli needs to go out of the jungle. Because the jungle has very different rules than humans, and the animals are not aware of those rules. And Mowgli is a man child. He's not an animal. So he should be living among the men, among the humans, where he will be one of them, safe and secure. Now Mowgli was sad hearing all this, and they said, "We love you so much. We've loved you all these years. But we love you so much that for your safety, we want you that you should leave this place." Suddenly, Mowgli heard someone singing. He peeped, who was this? Whose voice was this? He had never heard this voice. And he peeped and he saw a girl, near the stream, filling water from the stream into her pot. He had never seen a girl. And he came down and he looked at her and found her interesting. And then he thought of helping her, because Mowgli was otherwise a very sweet and helpful child. He then helped the girl by picking the heavy pot on his head and leading the girl to her home in the village. Now Baloo and Bagheera saw him go away with the girl and thanked God that now he would go and see the humans, and he would now realize that this is where his house is. And that was how Mowgli came back to the humans. You like the story, children? I'm sure you did. If you like, please tell your parents, to subscribe. Hit the icon there. You can see my picture. And you can like this video. You can share it, and you may write any comment you wish to. How you like the story, what other stories you would like me to say. And I would love to get your comments. And you know what? There's a wonderful news to share. Henceforth, I will be uploading stories in Hindi as well, in separate videos. If you wish, you will have the opportunity to hear Hindi stories as well. Stay good, stay safe, love you, Ammu and you. Till next Saturday, we meet again.